One of just many great profile pieces you can find on worldsurfleague.com/profile. Sally Fitzgibbons in this first heat of the second round, serving against Coco Ho. What a matchup to experience so early in the draw. Carolyn Marks, she reminds me a bit of Griffin Colapinto. You know, not really thinking about world titles at this stage, but just getting the kind of results that are kind of putting her right up the top there. Sally Fitzgibbons, live action. Looking to lock in a decent score on this first ride of this round 2 heat. Driving up into the section. Quick adjustments, not overcommitting the rail because there is a bit of bump on the face now. That wind has increased. Well, that was a solid read. Where do you think this one's going to fall in the scale? First wave of the heat.
Ooh, let's just get another read on this wave. Did well to maintain through that bumpy section too, even on that bottom turn. She just really cut through all that chop on the face. Potentially see this go into the 6 range. You think about the first wave of the heat, that's going to set the scale for the rest of this heat.
Well, Sally eyeing something off down the line here. So without priority, picks this one off. Gets a solid first turn in. Climbing up into the pocket, drifts the tail. A more committed effort there. If she can finish this one off, she'll be looking pretty good for a solid score.
This is what I'm talking about. This has that double up cup to it and just cleans out the face so nicely. Gives you that ability to kind of bide your time and wait for that lip to present itself. And Sally just throwing the tail there, so radical maneuvers from her. I think Sally's getting to that stage at the moment where she knows that she's really got to make an impact on these maneuvers so that the judges can really take note of how technical that surfing is. That deep bottom turn and then throwing that tail out, staying low, riding out with speed. See this long stretch out wall from Coco. Let's see what she got done on the beginning stages of this wave. Goes up for that hit. Tries to get around it.
Live action here, 21 minutes to go. Just a 2.5 on that first wave. This one's not going to pan out well for the Hawaiian either. Sally Fitzgibbons, on the other hand, has another healthy score coming her way. She's going to execute that priority. Sally bails out. Doesn't want to get in front of Coco at all. Otherwise, she's in danger of an interference. But Coco, and she looks like she is going to deliver on this ride. A couple of beautiful turns already, falling from the sky on that float, up into the pocket once again. So finding a flow, transitioning nicely through to the inside, a positive finish.
Wow.
And that was a really well-constructed ride, and you could see that she was having to negotiate all the lumps and bumps along the way. Really smooth stuff.
Coco exercises her priority, gets going on this one. There's that double up section. She needs to connect with it right there, and Coco does so well. Almost gets stuck on that little bobble, but then that float just gives her momentum to bring it through and really link these inside maneuvers together. And that one right there, really dynamic. I don't know if that's either going to match Sally's rides or maybe go a little bit better. I've just enjoyed the linkage of those turns.
Racing her score, something greater than a 6 here to extend her lead over Coco, who really answered back well with a 9-point ride just moments ago. Sally picking off a nice-looking ride. Has a nice steep wall to play with here and absolutely smashes that section. Driving down the line, looking for that big finish. Can she get there? Doesn't look like she will. She ducks under that one. 8.5 minutes remaining.
Sally Fitzgibbons, I was really impressed with it. Just her composure on this wave too, the way that she linked these maneuvers together. Had a bit of a cup to it there. She forces her way to that lip, and then again the pocket presents itself. Unfortunately, she doesn't get that impact maneuver on the inside. I think that would have bettered her scoreline, but it's not to be.
Meanwhile, Coco doesn't need a whole lot after banking the big number earlier on to get herself into the lead. Driving up over the lip, beautiful float. Places that landing well and maintains some speed to get down the line. Loading up once again now. And there's a positive finish.
Yeah, Coco, let's get eyes on her answer back to that 9-point ride. We know that she only needs that 3.83 to take the lead. Forces her way up to that lip. Stays compact. More momentum moving forward. and stays with us, just finding another connection with that lip. So 3 floating maneuvers.
Coco's not letting up, swinging on the inside, driving up into this first section. Cuts that turn a little short to get down the line, where she'll get a little more room to move.
She's finding some great waves. We spoke about how important wave selection is. Like you said, she cut that turn a little bit short, but that was to get herself down the line. And then you can tell she's looking to attack that inside section. It closes out on her.
Here goes Sally, chasing that big number, the 8.24. Solid connection with the lip there. Hanging back. Being patient with this one. Little trip up, but still got enough momentum to get down the line. Sal spent plenty of time in the lineup at Karamas, working on her airs for days like this at Jeffreys Bay, where that onshore wind is conducive. Doesn't get the ramp on that occasion.
And Sally would be hearing that she needs that 8-point ride on this wave. Has a lot of speed coasting down the line. I'm just really so impressed with the way that she's able to kind of do those maneuvers and hold that momentum, hold that rail line. Strider touched on it. She's riding a longer piece of equipment, and it seems to be working well for her, but unfortunately the wave is what let her down.
15 seconds to go. Sally Fitzgibbons is just begging that wave to roll in a little faster, but the on-site announcer is about to count this one down, and we're going to see one of those rare occasions that Sally Fitzgibbons is bundled out of the mix in the second round. That's a devastating result. It's a long trip here to Jeffreys Bay, and even longer trip home after a round 2 loss.
Yeah, your heart just bleeds for Sally, but on the flip side of that, Coco surfed extremely well.
Really important for Coco too to start getting herself out of some of these early round heats and onto some final series and get herself into the top 10.